Hey, do you hate 15% in hunts? Yeah, me too. But the developers aren't going to do anything about it, so it's up to us to take care of this. This is a Banshee 13 one-shot that only requires 3 units and has 0% chance to fail. The first member of this team is Vivian, of course. I went ahead and stuffed Mola into her S2. Her S3 isn't really required. You need her to be fast enough that she can lap around, so you need this S3 EE that gives her a 50% CR push. Time Matter is a must if you want a 100% success rate. If you don't use Time Matter, there's a 5% chance of a dual attack that can cause a failure. She needs to be fast, like I said, so that she can lap the units and stack as much damage as you can on her. The new destruction set buff really helps that. The empty slot you can run fodder in to help boost friendship. This is my incredibly well-geared Chloe. Chloe is essential for this fight because her S2 skill is Magic Nail. It's one of the only debuffs in the game that cannot be resisted. I went ahead and just put Water Gun on her for a little extra damage. I ran her with no gear at all for the memes, but really she does need a little bit of gear, otherwise the mobs on the first team can focus her and kill her, so she does need to have enough health that the round 1 mobs can't kill her off. And last is Strays. He needs to be 5% slower than Maid Chloe. He needs to be 5% slower than Chloe. You need to have his S3 fully mulled. He doesn't need Mola anywhere else. At a 113 speed, he is exactly 5% slower than Chloe, so the tuning is perfect. You can run Daydream Joker. You can also run Hell Cutter in this hunt to get more damage and to make the stats a little easier to reach. So for this hunt to work, Vivian needs to go first before the brooms go, because the brooms debuff. Vivian puts immunity on everybody, now the brooms do their attacks. I checked with all of my units to make sure that 3 broom attacks to a single unit wouldn't kill. Vivian laps around and wipes the brooms out in one hit, taking us to stage 2. This is why you want to have the Time Matter artifact. That could have been an S1, which can cause a dual attack, which can brick the run. Chloe puts Magic Nail on, that gives us a debuff to activate the Rage set, and with the debuff and Rage set, Strays kills in one shot. No chance of failing. I'll go ahead and prove that this is a 100% success team by taking you all the way to 30 runs in a row. Now you may not have these units, or you may not have the gear, or maybe you don't want to make Strays a PvE unit. I wrestled with that for a while, but eventually caved because it's his niche. I'll put a link in the description to another Banshee 13 one-shot video that shows several other team options in case you don't have the gear or the units to build this team. They may not be 100% clears, but they're still very stable and they should work fine for you. So there's our 31st clear, and we'll go ahead and check the loot board. As you can see, 620 stigma at 20 stigma per run. That's 31 successes with 0 fails. I ran this team all last hunt buff and never had a fail all weekend. I'll go ahead and work on an A13 100% team next in this series of 5. Have a great weekend.